Ryan, Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. Where am I? It's unbelievable where I am. Take a look, guys, into the sky. It's sunny, it's bright, it's clear. It's a little chilly and a little cold, but that's okay. We're going to give you the heat that you're looking for, the heat that you need. You need the pigeons that can fly all day and then into the night and finish in the morning. Close like freight trains. Oh, and by the way, they're at the back. They're at the back of the last stop. The train ends here in Belgium for Darko and Mirovic. Bad with names. I got the name.
Mirko Milovic. Darko and Mirko.
Darko and Mirko Milovic. See, I do this all live. I do this all straight. Normally, I'm good with names. I've been great with their names, but hey, sometimes it screws up. We are to the Lofts, and it's a family affair here. And you see, this is the long distance loft. Darko,
Hi, Ryan.
how
Hi,
are you?
everybody.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
There's the second boss, eh? First boss, second boss,
But he's the oldest one.
and these are the real bosses.
Yeah, of course. Old timer. As you can see.
As I can see, yes. Darko, so the pigeons, they're always outside here, I see, eh?
Yes, from October until
Come.
this moment, we are giving them bath.
Yeah?
But the pigeons are day and night outside in the ivory after the season, from October
So,
until now,
and guys, you see, day and night, they stay outside 24 hours.
24 hours.
They never go in the loft.
No.
And these pigeons here, they specialize in the marathon,
Yes.
the super long distance.
Only the super long, extreme long distance. Yeah.
But you say that they are good, even shorter. They are good, but you just don't play them.
We don't play them because in these preparations we don't pay attention so much on these flights. But if we clock these particular flights, then we can also achieve some good prizes and good results with them. But for us, the most important things is the international flights in July and end of June and in July and the first week of August, the last one.
And for people wondering, the international flights, if you're wondering the distances in kilometers,
Yeah,
what would that be?
the shortest one for us is Agen. It's 880 kilometers, and the longest one is Barcelona, of course. It's 1115.
And from the front of Belgium to where you are at the back of Belgium,
We are just at the border with Holland, so our loft is for sure from Barcelona, Perpignan, the longest distance in Belgium. So from the front of Belgium till our loft, it's for some flights like difference like 140, 150 kilometers.
140, 150
Yeah,
kilometers. So basically, if you have pigeons that fly two international flights,
yeah.
they're flying close to 280 kilometers.
More than the
The
people,
short guys.
the short guys in the front of the country.
And you said here today's your daily routine. So Sundays is
Sunday.
always for bathing.
Yeah.
And is that the same throughout the season?
In the season. Mostly Sunday. It's but it's one day after the race.
You bath them always a day
Always
after the race.
day after. Yeah.
Never before the race?
Never before. No,
Why is that?
I don't know.
You know,
No,
never,
never.
just
We never did that.
always played the way it is.
Yeah, just keep it simple.
And for people wondering, the base of the pigeons here, and come a bit closer so they can hear you. The base of these pigeons are, what would it be? What's the background?
Base of these pigeons are coming from our close friends Albert and Michelle Willems from Maas Mechelen. Their base is mostly Wijnands pigeons from Maastricht, Holland.
Okay,
That's the base.
that's the base, and
Yeah,
right now cocks hens are separated.
they are separated and they are staying in the ivory.
They stay
Basically.
they stay in the aviary. When are you going to put these pigeons together?
Before the season, no. We just start like this. This it's gonna be third year in a row. We don't couple them before the season. We just start the season on the widowhood system without coupling before, so they are not not bringing some nests or
Nothing like this.
nothing, nothing.
And I see here your sons.
Yeah,
They're playing with the pigeons too, eh?
they are helping us. Yeah, they are a part of our team.
And guys, look at you can see they're right into it, bathing the pigeons,
Nicha,
shooting the pigeons to you with the water. I like this, hey?
go to another one. There.
Oh,
Nicha, go to the next one.
I- again, as you see, group by group. And are these lost for flying as well?
Yeah, 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 these two. We call this one Barcelona loft.
That's the Barcelona loft.
This loft.
So the pigeons that fly Barcelona, will they fly another international as well?
Yeah, 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 because particularly from this loft, we have won the first national from Perpignan, and the same pigeon flew 4 weeks before Barcelona.
Okay.
So,
So
so
and
1115.
and this loft here,
That's for the young birds.
so that's for the young birds.
Yeah, yeah, for the
So
young.
basically, these lofts are cut into what? You have about 3 or 4 different lofts here.
We have old birds.
Mm-hmm.
We have young birds. We have these two are for the yearlings,
Yeah.
and there again for the young birds. And the last one is for the widow hens
What?
from that loft.
Okay, and then these lofts, when it's time, you pair up. There's all boxes in there.
Yeah, boxes in there.
Everything's in there.
Yeah, we have here 40 boxes, place for 40 couples
And will
in the whole loft.
these racers will they have a round of youngsters before season starts?
No, just like I told you before, we this going to be the third year that we don't couple them before the season starts. They are going to be coupled in the season for particular flight. So they are we play them on widowhood in the preparation, and then we pair them up. To bring them on the nest for the international flight we want to race.
Okay, and you guys have been playing these international flights for how many seasons? For how many years?
Now it's officially when we started extreme marathon. It was in 2012, so it's a bit more than 10 years. It's now 20. It's like 13 years, 13 seasons. Let's say like 13 seasons.
And results are great.
Yeah,
Everybody I ask about you,
yeah,
they're
really.
always bragging about you. Say they got really damn good pigeons.
Yeah, because we have managed to be like I think 5 times on the national podium in these 12, 13 years, and we have won the first national and some other top national prizes and championships. So I think we are going. Yeah, we are doing a good job so far.
People always ask, what are the secrets?
There are no secrets.
No secrets.
No secrets. Absolutely no secrets. We just keep it simple for ourselves. We are very busy with our work, and as my father and me too. So we just try to keep it simple for us and for the pigeons, and we race 4 or 5 international races maximum in a year. So we try to peak with the form and health of our pigeons on these particular flights races in the season. We just try to keep them healthy. This is one of our secret. we
Yeah.
the pigeons are staying outside
Oh,
almost 5 months now. We try to make
uh,
them stronger on this way. So
and I'll tell you something. I'm seeing super health here, eh? Look at every Avery. Everybody's living here. Everyone's excited. Look at your boys, eh? Becoming little pigeon men. You see them
yeah,
looking,
they
they're
love it.
studying it, eh? Already,
Studying, yeah, they know every pigeon here.
they know every
They
pigeon
know
here.
every pigeon here.
And I'll say
Really,
that's you
that's
can really see from when I was here the first time. They're right here. They were looking around to see when I was coming.
yeah,
They're interested
just
into
like
the
today.
pigeons. It's not being forced.
No, of course not. No, not at all.
You know, we can talk about pigeons all day and systems and all this. My
Yeah,
question to you is
right.
your father's a pigeon man
Yeah,
and you're a pigeon man.
yeah,
Here's the question.
yeah.
There's not a lot of pigeon men that produce
pigeon man.
Pigeon men or
Yeah,
daughters, either or. But
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
call them little pigeon men.
Little pigeon man. Yeah.
What's your secret to doing it?
There's no secret. I think it's just a part of in the DNA.
Yeah,
I think so. There was no pressure on me as well when I was a little kid. I was 7 year old when I decided, I think, to also become a pigeon man. Uh, Now with these two, there is no pressure neither. So I think it's just in the genes, in the blood.
yeah. And I see your father. He's listening. He's not dictating.
No,
Not giving them shit. Not.
no, 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 no.
He's being part of it, which I think is a very good thing. Uh,
Yeah, when they ask something, he's explaining them how and what, and so they are learning and they want to learn. They are asking questions themselves out of themselves. So I think
it's inside of them.
it's inside. It's natural.
So we got a lot more years of winning.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. If not, it's also right, of course. But
Whatever they want to do. Now, people ask questions. The system that you fly them, I found this interesting. Your pigeons that go to Barcelona,
yeah,
you always send the cock and the hen,
yeah, both the whole couple.
the whole couple.
Yeah,
Why is this? Why don't you leave one home for the other one?
it's easier for us.
Easier.
As I told you, we just try to make it simple, and I think this is a good one because we started this 5 years ago with this system. We before that we also raced on widowhood, so the partner was waiting at home. But in 2019 and 20, we changed this and we put our system on total natural, so nest system. So the whole couples are going to be basketed every time. If there is some problem, some partner stays away, we have to replace some. I call it the reserve pigeons. We have a few one just to
To pair.
replace them,
To
to pair them, so that the other one can go to the race.
okay. Question for you:
Mhm.
Have you found if you have to have a replacement, you add a replacement for a hen or a cock?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you find the other half doesn't perform normally as well?
It can be, yeah, because now that's a good question because our national winner, the Dark Knight,
Yeah.
uh, in in the preparation in the season of 2023 before Barcelona, before on the last flight of preparation, it was a flight from about 500 kilometers. His hen was lost, so we had problem with this, and we gave him another hen, and he was not on the same nest stand basketed on Barcelona. So the his performance was not so. It was okay, but it was we expected more from him because year before he was top national on Barcelona. But when she was back after a few weeks being lost, we gave him his old hen and we put him on 10 days breeding on eggs, 10 days old eggs. We put him back on Perpignan, we basket him, and he won the flight.
You won the
He
flight.
won the national flight against almost 6,000 pigeons in Belgium.
Once you come back to that hen, it regrounded them, brought
Yeah,
them back a little bit better feeling.
yeah.
And people will ask the question: when you fly these pigeons, do you find they fly better on eggs, on babies that are 5 to 10 days old, babies that are 12 to 16 days old?
We just use two different stands. It's 10 days eggs and 3 to 5 days babies.
That's it.
That's it. We just use these two.
Never older babies.
Never older babies.
Why is that?
I don't know. We just did this all the time like this. We never tried older babies, but I think it's not so good. Older babies, maybe older than 8 9 days, because they are beginning with normal feed. The parents are feeding them.
So you think when they're pumping milk, is that okay?
It's okay, but because our pigeons are staying 4 or 5 days at least in the transport during the race, the international race, I think this
Goes out.
goes out. Yeah, yeah. So this is not cost.
Yeah, so really, they're in the transporter. Whatever milk they didn't pump out, they're finishing that
Yeah,
off and they're eating.
of course. That is also one thought.
Now, people gonna ask as well the system to getting pigeons ready at the start of the season to get ready for these international flights. What's the preparation of these pigeons? What's going to be their routine now, starting here in the next few months to get them ready for this?
Yeah, we have like a small routine, but we start now, maybe in a few weeks, after we cleaned the lofts inside. We do I think probably next week or the weekend or weekend after, we are going to start the big cleaning in the lofts inside. And then we put the pigeons inside after being outside for longer than 5 months. Then we start with releasing them for training around the loft, and later my father will show you what we use on feed and in water in these few weeks uh, in the beginning to create like the base condition before we basket them on the first preparation of 100 kilometers.
Okay, and once you pair these guys up, what will they go every day out for a loft fly once a day?
We don't pair them.
No,
Once more, we don't pair them before
but
the season.
but you'll
We just
exercise
put
them
them.
before.
We exercise them. Okay, they see each other.
You're only
Uh,
pairing up for when it's time for those internationals.
yeah, right.
You don't want them.
Middle of the season.
You don't want them in.
No, in the
No.
preparation, no more because
Yeah.
we this is the third year now, and our experience is that the pigeons are at the end of the season are better in the flights, so they are not dropping too many feathers.
Yeah. The wings are
The
full.
wings are
Oh,
not full, but are normal. On the last flight of the season, it's like for the yearlings Narbonne, and for the old pigeons Perpignan, it's the first week of August. Our pigeons are not have dropped more than three pence. So
so still very very close, very short.
very
First, second, third in that zone.
it's okay. It's okay. Let's say it's not half wing. It's just normal. We don't dark our pigeons. Also, this is the one thing we do. We don't pair them up before the season. So we try like this.
So basically, you're going to put them in the lofts. You're going to leave them separate. You're going to fly cocks and you're going to fly hens
Yeah, right.
every
They
day,
are separated. We're gonna
once a
fly
day.
them out in beginning. Not maybe not once a day. Maybe one day the cocks, the other day the hens, and so on. And then after 2 weeks, every day. And then when we see the pigeons are can fly more than 40, 50 minutes, then we toss them a few times until 60 kilometers, and they or maybe not, or they go directly to 130 kilometers. And so the season is started, and we try to start the season half of April.
Half of April.
We try.
And you'll play because you can start playing it from Kivran. That would be your first stop.
Yeah,
That would be what
yeah, 130.
130.
Yeah,
So how many before the first international race? That group that you want to go to that first international race, how many kilometers do you want them to work in actual flying miles
yeah,
or kilometers?
kilometers. It depends on the weather condition, of course, but we try to have some 10 flights,
10
short,
flights.
short, middle, and one or two longer, about 500 kilometers, maybe six. And it's they make usually they make about 1800 till 2000 kilometers before the first international big flight.
Big flight. So you'll just play them, space them out through that warm up to that season.
Yeah,
When you're playing them, if it's a weekend that you want to play and it's extremely hard headwinds,
yeah,
will you play them or will you
yeah,
skip a week?
yeah. I play them on that one when it's extremely tailwind. I leave them home.
So you want them to always work up the hill, if
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
can.
It's if it's possible. Okay, I think it's not bad for them.
And the longest stretch out that they'll get is about what 500
Five hundred till 600 depends on which flight we basket them. Depends on which flight they will go and when they will be paired up for which flight of the marathon. So probably the all birds are going to fly Burj National. So for us, it's 510, or maybe Chartreux, it's like 560. And the yearlings, I think Chartreux or Burj, the same. It's about 500, maximum 560, 580 possible. Argenton also depends on the date and
Yeah, yeah.
when they arrive. Probably after recuperation of 2 or 3 days, we couple them and then
You get
the
ready.
game gets started.
The game gets started,
Yeah,
and you say even before them on those first nationals, you don't even put the clock on. You're
no,
not
you don't
interested.
put the clock. No, I'm not interesting. Of course, I want to see how they're coming. I'm always there, but I'm not interested in some prizes on these flights. And but as I mentioned before, if we clock them, for sure we have also on these flights pretty good result.
But only really focused on,
Only, yeah, only, yeah.
and it's a lot of work for. I think. Well, how many international flights can you participate in?
Seven maximum.
7.
7, yeah, 7 weeks in a row. So it's 2 months only, week out, week in, only basketing and waiting for the pigeons.
And this is
And before, but we have to start just like another people. They are flying the short distance or the middle or the long. We just start at the same time. So our season is just long as
everyone.
other everyone. So, but our focus is not on the first part of the season. Our focus starts on when we pair the pigeons. So after the final preparation from flights from Bourges or Chartreux or Argenton, then the game starts for us. So then our focus goes on on the pigeons 100%.
So that's the gist of it. And I'm gonna take it you don't do a lot of road training.
No, no. We don't do this because our pigeons are training just fine. Also, when also on the nest, I know that this can sound some like because on other lofts there is also very often a problem to get pigeons training well when they are paired up on the nest and they are sitting on eggs. But we don't have this problem. It's I don't know. Maybe it's our location or our system, our lofts or our pigeons or our selection on the pigeons. So even then we don't need to toss them, but we do this only just if we toss them before the national international flights. We do this only for some extra motivation.
Okay. And when you train them, will you train them? Let's say you take them in the car for a road training.
Yeah, yeah.
How far will that be?
Uh, 40, 60, 60 kilometers.
Do you let them all out in a group by themselves?
No, no, we let them one by one. Yeah,
One by one.
one by one. Yeah,
Make them think a little bit.
yeah. Make the thing, make the as I told you, we do this only for the motivation, and we do this only maybe 2 3 times the last 2 weeks before basketing, and last 5 days, 6 days before basketing, they are not leaving the lawns.
They stay
They
here.
stay here, right?
And okay, that week coming up to that international flight. So you normally basket for an international flight on a Monday.
Monday at Monday evening, yeah, yeah,
So the prior Monday, before that first international flight.
Yeah,
That's 7 days before.
7 days before. Yeah.
A lot of preparation going in, a lot of planning.
Uh, just normal. We just start maybe with some extra feeding, but the the real extra feeding starts maybe 4 or 5 days before basketing, when we feed more fat, and we oil the feed, and we try to give them some extras the last few days, last 3 maximum 4 days. We also put in the boxes some extra fat uh, feed for them.
So a lot of fat feed you're giving them.
Only the last 4 or 5 days. Yeah,
More
Be-
fat, more fat, more
more
fat.
fat, more fat. Yeah,
When they go on the truck, the transporter on
yeah,
the Monday,
yeah.
what will their week in the basket? What will their diet be on that transporter? Is it food and water all day long, or is it timed? How is that, or what you know?
What I know is that they get some mixture now once a day, and they get some water during the transport, and that's why we don't want we want our pigeons that to keep eating in the basket in the transport. So we don't want our pigeons to get too fat at home the last days before basketing. We just want them to keep eating in the transport, in the trucks. We think it's very important. So we
You feed them normally.
we- yeah,
Yeah.
and only the last few days we give them extra fat, but not too fat. We try to avoid this because avoid that they stop eating. Because when the pigeons are in top form, in the top condition, when they're the chest like are full, and on 100%, the muscles are 100%, the pigeons don't want to eat anymore. They just grab some few
Small seeds.
seeds, and they go. But when our pigeons are staying mostly 5 days in the truck before the release, if the weather is okay. So the I think the most important is that they keep eating in the truck.
And in that truck, they're not feeding them fatty mixes, are they?
No, just normal. They call it transport mix now.
Not the best.
It's just like corn, and some small uh, some small another one. I don't know the name, but it's not just like fat, or it's small. How you call this? Hydrate. How you call this? Based.
Small seeds.
The small seeds. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So the base will be a lot of corn in that mix.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, when those pigeons come back from that international flight, how do your pigeons look? Because a lot of people say, I can't believe pigeons spend 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in a
In the
transport.
truck, and then flew 1,000 kilometers with different weather conditions. And after this, yeah, depends, of course, if the flight is like terrible. Uh, but normally our pigeons are coming not too how you say this.
Conditions good.
The condition is good, and I have the photos just after the Barcelona flight from this year, when we basketed 9 pigeons, and 7 of them made national prize against almost 7,000 pigeons, around 7,000. So
And again, that's 7 out of 9 pigeons basketed you had in the top.
we had in the top 20, 25%. It's the national prize. It's 25% of all basketed pigeons nationally. So we had they made national prize, and the first two, they were in the top 100 national, and the first one was won 38th national Barcelona.
So absolutely super results.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a lot of people can do that, eh?
No, for
Send
sure,
nine.
because Barcelona is like the toughest race, and when you basket 9 pigeons and the 7 out of them make national prize, uh, and all 9 were back home. The last two were just maybe half hour late for the prize, but they were all we had full house at the end of the day. So that's really
Great feeling, eh?
really, yeah, great feeling, and it was just like milestone for us because Barcelona is the most important race,
Most important.
most
And
important.
for people who've never flown it through around the world, around the globe,
Yeah,
what
it's
makes it so hard?
what makes it so on. First of all, the last year, so 2024, it was the 100th time releasing from Barcelona, so it was the 100th.
Season for it.
Yeah, so there is a big history, and it's very hard race, but it's also a fair race for everyone.
Okay. And this is the race that you want to do the
Uh,
best in every year. This is your number
we
one
try
race.
this number one. Of course, we like the other ones too. We have won Perpignan. This is also one of the favorites, but Barcelona is still the most important race and the our dream.
Your dream.
Yeah, of course.
And it's a great dream. It's too bad it only comes once a year.
That's right, but you must have dreams, and you must have goals. Otherwise, it's difficult to achieve this.
Okay, and your pigeons that flew to Barcelona, all 9 came home, and
Yeah,
7 were in top prizes,
yeah,
which is
right.
good. How long were they on the wing?
How long?
Yeah, from release to when you got them. I mean, maybe there's dark fall, whatever, but
Yeah, there was dark because our pigeons on this distance, it was not possible to have them before the dark. So our pigeons started coming the next day around I think 6:30, the first one,
in the morning.
in the morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just in the morning, just after the sunrise
And what time would have been roughly released in Barcelona?
at 7 o'clock
In the morning.
in the morning. Yeah,
So that means
day before.
the day before.
Yeah,
And it's dark in Belgium at what time at that time of
yeah.
year?
Around 10 o'clock, maybe 10:15.
So those pigeons already on that day put close to 15 hours in.
Yeah, yeah, and they need to find some spot to stay on and during the night to sleep over, and then to start flying back home again in the morning after sunrise.
Now I know you had a top prize in Perpignan,
Yeah,
and the pigeon was clocked, I believe, at what 5 o'clock.
about 5:20, we found them
Still
around.
dark.
Yeah, it was dark because it's end of the season, so we found them waiting for us in the dark at 5 o'clock or something. So, but the pigeon probably arrived during the night.
And how do you get them to fly throughout the night? Because people will ask, say, how does he do it? He must train his birds into the darkness. He must loft fly them late in the evening. I see guys with Barcelona teams, the birds are up flying
Yeah,
almost
in the
dark.
evening. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
W-
don't do this for real.
You really?
No, we don't trade them for this. Our pigeons are flying in the season in the morning, and the cocks in the morning because they are not laying on eggs, and the hens in the late afternoon. It's about maybe 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So we are not training them uh, at 8:30 in the evening until 10 o'clock to prepare them for flying in the dark. No, we don't do this.
Do you think it's nonsense?
Maybe it's, I don't know. I cannot say this because we don't do this, but we managed to have pigeons in the night without practice, without any practice. So I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
it's
it will be help. Maybe if we start doing this, maybe we have more pigeons in the dark. But I think it's not so. I think it's not a big deal to train them.
and I
That's
get
my personal thought about
and
that.
I guess the other question is how in the hell, after putting in a 14, 15 hour day, those pigeons, they get up and within an hour after daylight, they're here.
Yeah,
How in the hell are you teaching them to wake up? You know, after a hard day's work, what's the one thing you don't want to do in the morning? Wake
wake up
up.
too early.
Yeah, but your birds do it.
Yeah, because we want them to to get back home, and I think they want this also very bad. So we try to motivate them, and I think it's in their genes and in the character of the birds. It's also a way of selection we did the last 10 years for sure. And we don't train them also as well for this one to wake up early and to start flying back again. We don't train this also.
Okay, another question. I'm hitting you with a lot of questions. They come back. They come back from Barcelona.
Yeah,
Okay, you get the cock comes first, then maybe the hen or whatever.
whatever. Yeah.
What normally, if you can describe, in the pigeon lands, how do they normally look? They go in, you go have a drink. How does a pigeon look? What do you normally see in your pigeons? And too bad we're not here to see a Barcelona to see it.
Yeah.
To see, do the pigeons look cooked? Do the pigeons look like they look not so bad? Do they go right to the nest?
Normally they don't look so bad. They take a drink and they go right to the nest. Normally, that's normally. Uh, and because we put there is some feed also in the nest in the boxes, so they normally go to the nest to lay again on the eggs, or we put the young babies back in the nest when the pigeon arrives. Uh, so they just doing it like they've never been.
It looks normal.
It looks normal
W-
normally, of course.
When you're handling them, if you go and handle them
Yeah,
after,
I
how do they
handle them
feel?
right away. I must handle them. I like to
Yeah,
handle them after Barcelona because I want to share this happiness and this feeling, and I handle right away. Yeah, just after they drank some water and they go back in the box. I try to handle them. Yeah, yeah, and I want to see
the
the
conditions.
conditions.
And how is it? Normally very dark the skin, not so bad.
Not so bad. It's normally it's darker. You see that they have lost some weight, of course, and but normally the pigeons are not like half dead or something. They are just normal condition. There must be because they're flying 1,100 kilometers 2 days. Uh, so they must lose some weight, and the muscles are more dark, and that's normal. But they're still like in good shape, and you can see.
You could almost say to yourself, or you say to your father, "I think these pigeons could go another 200, 300 kilometers." You feel it. They're not worn down to nothing. This is what I'm saying.
Normally, yeah. Normally, yeah. Yeah.
And the other question I was going to say is, they come back. So that Barcelona team, they all came back on that day,
Yeah. Yeah.
the second day.
The second day,
Yeah.
second morning.
When will you let them out to go back out and play outside?
Normally, we keep them for 1 day inside, because on that on the same loft we have another pigeons. They need to be basketed for another flight, so they have to train. So we try to keep the Barcelona pigeons 1 day inside the loft, but the day after, the another day, they are just going out with all other pigeons.
They go out, they get to exercise.
Yeah,
They like to fly, you think?
they
Or
like
are they stiff? Are they seized up?
they like to fly, and mostly our pigeons just after 1 day recuperation, they just can fly together 1 hour with other pigeons.
just to loosen up.
With 1 day, of course, 1 day after the flight, they stay inside, but the day after they go outside and they can fly normally,
No problem.
no problem with the other pigeons.
And
But I must say, because our pigeons, when they got back from the race, they we feed them the same feed as they got before basketing the last few days. So we feed them with very fat and strong mixture.
to build them right back as quick as you can.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they'll get that. So when they come home, they get that fat, strong mix back, oily mix back.
Back
They
the
get it for
same.
how many days?
After Barcelona, for sure, 3 4 days. Yeah,
3 4 days. The
yeah,
good, rich, heavy feed.
yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
they're gonna
Yeah,
go out a little bit. Okay, and
yeah,
then what are you gonna do? You're gonna take them. You're gonna back them back off again.
yeah.
Light the mix up
We put them down, then back on the base feeding we use. So we use IED mixtures from the IED feed. The last, I think now 5 seasons, and we are very happy about this. And we see that our pigeons are uh, very easy getting back in shape after the flights and ready for the next flight with this system. Yeah, so for us. It's easy when we use this feed and system from the IED, and we put them back on base mixture, and after and also probably we break the nest or if they were flying on young babies, they keep feeding them and they lay another eggs. Or when they were basketed on 10 days breeding, we remove the eggs after 2 3 days, and then they need to lay another one for the next flight.
because your Barcelona team's got to do two races. So
Two races every
you reset them,
reset them. Yeah, yeah,
and it
reset.
takes what? It's about a 4 week process.
It's about 4 weeks process, of course, because the Barcelona pigeons need to fly Perpignan again for us because we fly them on the nest system. It's not possible before.
So it's like playing a game of chess.
Yeah, you need to yeah,
A lot of patience, eh?
a lot of patience, and but it's okay when you have a goal and you are motivated, and the pigeons brings you such joy and luck. Then everything it's easy.
Okay, another question people will ask me is because it's the international flights.
Yeah,
That's your young bird loft.
yeah, of course.
What uh, what do you do with young birds? What do the young birds have to do? What's the system for them? Because you're not interested,
No,
but you need young
it
birds that.
sounds silly, but we are not interested. We just put them there, and after they become, let's say, 10 weeks old, we try to toss them, and we toss them like 5 6 times, and then we put them on races. We don't clock them as well. We don't separate them by gender. We just keep them together. We don't dark them. We just keep them natural, and we try to select this way, and they are going like 5 6 times on a race, and the maximum is 400 kilometers middle distance race for
So
them.
400, you'll take them. That's as far as you
That
go.
is the farthest one, and they go like 2 days in the basket, so 2 days in the transport. It's very important to learn that as a young bird. So and then we keep them all for the next year. Yeah.
If there's the odd one that's always late, then you remove it. Something you don't like, you
Some of
remove it.
them we don't like. They are not. We think they are not healthy enough or something. We just remove them. But mostly it's like all of them they're staying for the next year.
Staying for the next year
Yeah.
and getting into health. With your young pigeons and your race pigeons,
Yeah.
you vaccinating every year.
For sure, as everyone, we do young birds. We also vaccinate for the pox as the yearlings and the old birds also every year, and the normal vaccination for the paramyxovirus, of course. The young birds we do 2 times paramyxovirus vaccinating, and 1 time for the pox.
Okay. With the young birds, any type of medications you giving them?
No, the young birds, no, no,
So if
no
you get
medications.
if you get a young bird with canker or bad respiratory, what's your solution
We
for it?
just remove them, or they will be they will select themselves.
So no medications.
No medication, but we use some other natural products. It's handmade, homemade.
Can we see them?
We will see them, yeah.
Yeah,
But
we're
we need to go to our
the warm room.
yeah.
Again, this is a very simple setup. Works well. Birds stay outside for 5, 6 months of the year, and then they're brought in. You always see it's always a nice spread here. The door is still heavy. That's for sure. Oh, it's okay. So we now talk. You don't mind if we keep going, do you?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Listen, I want to stop recording and have a snack, but we're not going to do that because we're on fire right now.
Not yet.
So when you are when you talk, and I like this here, and I talked to some other guys, guy Guy Vandenauer, some of the little things that you do, and you can see they light up, they like it. But you give different products, but not products you buy in a at a pigeon store.
Uh, some of them we buy, but they're all natural. But also the other one you mentioned, we make by ourselves. So we have the most important one. We call them tutti frutti.
Tutti frutti, guys. This is a
Father
drink.
will show this one.
Let me see, my friend.
The tutti frutti.
The tutti
I think
frutti.
it's here. I think it's here. Right.
Okay, so
The tutti frutti.
take a look at the color of this, and can you break this down? What is inside Mr. Tutti Frutti?
Yeah, it's need to be shaked every time before use.
Okay,
Uh,
it doesn't look the greatest, eh?
no.
This kind of looks like sewer water, but I've tried this.
You've tried this last time. Yeah, I know. This one, we got the recipe from our friend Berke Willems and Michel, our close friends in the pigeon sport. And this one we make by ourselves. It's garlic juice.
Oh, it's you know what? It's like a salad dressing.
Salad dressing. Yeah, you mentioned this last time. It's garlic juice for 40%.
So garlic juice 40%.
Yes.
And how do you get this garlic juice?
We just juice them out in a machine.
Juice it yourself.
Yeah, we buy the garlics, the natural garlics. We don't buy this in shop. We buy this mostly from the farmers.
Okay.
So we buy 100% organic garlics every year, like I think 15 kilo of it. And then we use only the juice from the garlics. So 40% garlic juice. Another 40 is onion juice.
Onion juice.
Yeah.
So we got garlic juice and onion juice, and you juice the onions yourself.
Yes, as well. And we also buy the onions from the farmer. Organic. We try to keep it,
Everything's organic.
organic with no pesticide on it, and the other 20% to make one whole, 100%, we put inside snaps. It's like
The snaps. Now,
snaps, yeah.
okay, and there's a reason for this, and Guy said to me one of the reasons is the alcohol
Yeah, it's
keeps
alcohol. It
keeps
snaps,
keeps it from fermenting, or
Yes.
for keeping it.
keeping it good. Like this one, you see this pot,
Yeah,
Nescafe pot. It's
yeah.
but it's our tutti frutti juice inside. This one was made more than a year ago, maybe a year and a half.
Okay,
It's
still good.
It's still good.
I'm going to tell you, if you had bread here, I'm not lying to you. You could dip it and eat it, no problem.
I
Now,
believe you. I believe you. You
No.
can smell it now. It's,
Oh,
it's a smell, but I like this smell.
this is one of the best Best I've ever seen. This right here. It tastes good.
As I told you, this is one of the most important
Well, guys, if you
product we use.
if you cannot buy a pigeon in this sale, and you okay, fine. Maybe you don't have the money. Maybe these aren't the types of pigeons. Maybe they're too long distance. I think this product I use on with sprint pigeons, middle distance pigeons. I use this on a salad. This is what I'm saying. It's damn good.
For sure. Doesn't matter what pigeons. This is guarantee very good stuff to keep them healthy. As you could see, my father just put some 1 spoon on, I don't know, I think 1 kilo or 1.5 of feed. He mixed it on the feed, and then afterwards he put some with a mineral powder.
So vitamineral.
Vitamineral, yeah.
And
This
you
one,
put
this one.
you put that on the feed. Just mix the feed wet. Put it
Yeah.
on. Do you let it sit?
Make it wet with this one, and then dry it with this powder.
Dry it with this powder.
Yeah.
And you're giving this to these pigeons how often?
Every weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, all year. They are getting this one. So today is Sunday. They got this yesterday. So all year.
Whole year.
All year, and then before the season, as I've told you at the beginning of our video, in this first few weeks before the season, when the pigeons, we start the pigeons releasing out for the training, we give this for 1 week every day on the feed.
1 week every day.
1 week, like 7-8 days every day, and we put in the water. We put tea.
Tea. Okay.
Every time we combine these two with tea in the water.
Okay, tea in the water. So you make the tutti frutti onto the feed. Doesn't matter what feed you're feeding. Tutti frutti goes on the feed with the vitamineral.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
And before the season, 7-8 days every day, and after the season, when they start molting, the same, 7-8 days in a row. But we keep this every weekend, so 2 days in a week. They got this.
And those pigeons that come from Barcelona, is that on the feed as well when they return?
If in the same loft the other pigeons need to be basketed the day after or 2 days after to another flight, no. But if not, yes.
Okay.
We don't practice this in the weekend because our the day of basket is Monday. In the season, we don't practice this before the basketing. So the last 2 days before basketing.
You just want it clean.
No, because we feed them with, as I told you, fat feed, and we oil the feed.
Yeah. So you got to leave that to build.
But when the other pigeons are gone on the basket for another flight, and the pigeons from Barcelona, they got again the oiled feed after coming back home for a few days. Then they get this one.
Tutti frutti. Okay, whenever you give tutti frutti, then you can't just have a great dinner without a drink. And this is now, I take it, this is what your father's going to do. He's going to make the tea.
He's going to show how we make the tea.
tea and brandnetel.
It's like
oregano.
He put also some oregano inside.
Oregano.
And I don't know the brandnetel in English. It's like it's herb, green herb. When you touch it, it
pricks you.
Pricks you.
Yeah. It's the prickly.
It's like
a thistle.
It's a full of yeah. And then also this one goes inside. It's
lemon goes in.
Yeah, and the honey.
And honey. And that's how you make the. This is the tea that goes along with the tutti frutti.
Yeah, and especially from the preparations, the pigeons. Yeah, you asked me this one from Barcelona. They don't got this when they come back, but from all other flights before the big races, they have this standard in the water after coming home.
Always tea in the water.
Always tea in the water, a little bit of lemon, honey, and the tutti frutti on the feed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
always so in the preparation, so in the from the 100, 200, 300 kilometers, you know, these 10 flights they make, 2,000 kilometers they make before the marathon season starts. They got this every time they're coming back from the season.
And anything else you'll put in that water? You put any electrolytes? Any?
No, because honey.
He wants. He's gonna drink it. I know.
No, because they put some lemon and honey
Mm-hmm.
in the tea, so it's like the same.
Also, I do remember
Like
you
that.
mentioning your father makes a paste. With the linseed.
Oh, yeah.
Linseed. Can you tell us this?
Yes.
Do you mind telling us this?
Of course. This one, it's a recipe my father learned, I think 40 years ago now, maybe more, when he was keeping the English tipplers.
And your father was a champion with English tipplers.
Yeah, back in Serbia.
Still a champion.
Of course. And he learned this from the world champions from England.
Okay.
It's a recipe. You cook in small pan. You cook the linseed. You cook the rice.
So cook linseed, rice, oats,
and one more. I forgot this one.
barley.
Barley.
Okay.
Barley.
So they're hard seeds.
Yeah.
You put them in a pan
And you cook them. You cook
with
them
water.
slowly.
With water.
Yeah.
Like you're making rice.
Like you're making rice.
Slowly.
Yeah. And you cook them on small temperature.
Low heat.
Low heat. Long time. Like maybe 1 hour.
Okay.
So the water become like gelatin.
Yeah, everything comes together as one.
Comes together.
Like a little mush.
And you create some gelatin and after it's cooled off. My father mixed this one pan with 10 liter of normal water.
Yeah.
And he gives the pigeons in the drinking after this one we use only if the race have been like dramatic, you know, like
Real hard.
real hard, you know, like the prizes are open for a few days or you know, like
kind of like a
disaster flights. You know, we had this one from Narbonne a few years ago. It was also disaster, but we won the third national that one. But you know, these kinds of flights, we use this one, and the pigeons are just like when they drink instead of normal water or the tea. When they drink this one, they just like refilling and
refuel.
It's not normal.
Okay, so
I see the reaction. It's like they are not having a disaster flight.
So they'll come back and you'll take that gelatin
Yeah.
and you'll put it into the water and mix it.
You mixed it, yeah.
And you make it like it's a concentrate. Will you still use the tea with that or no?
Sometimes yes.
Okay, so they get in the tea with the mash, mix it up, and you let them drink that.
Yeah.
And it just brings them right back.
Right back. It's really a good one. Yeah. It's also natural. It's also you need to have time for this. You need to, you know, it's also for us it's easy to do this because we want to do this for our pigeons.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to go to buy for 25 euros electrolytes, but it's all you know.
You don't never know totally what's in it. This way you know what's in it.
You know what's in it. You made it by yourself, and I think how you say this, the result is even better than when you give them the normal electrolytes.
So guys, you're seeing some natural ways of doing it. I know a friend of mine, Derek Walsh, he was all into this juicing beets and making a mash and soaking the feeds in vegetable juice. But it had to be properly made. It wasn't from a store. I see your father's going to mix something else here.
Yes, this Another one. This is not natural. This one is cedar. It's caragol, but it's cedar. Maybe it's familiar for you.
What is it about? What is it for? I never heard of
This
it.
is to clean the liver.
Liver cleaning.
Yeah. This one we buy. Actually, we get this one for free because our mealy hen is on the
bottle.
on the bottle. So
That's the quality of the pigeons, guys. The mealy hen. Oh wait, there she is, right there on the wall. She's on the bottle. That's kind of nice, eh? Your product.
yeah, it's and especially this product we use,
Mm-hmm.
and we're very happy about it. And it's also in the preparation before the season. We give this also after we give the tutti frutti 1 week long. We give this one also 1 week long and 1 day once a week every whole year.
Always on the feed.
On the feed, always, not never in the water.
Okay.
It could be also given in the water, but we give this always in the feed. My father will show it. But also, very important, after the season, we give, as I told you, the tutti frutti again for 1 week all long. And then we start with this one. And sometimes I give this just like every day in the mountain.
In the molting.
Just like, and I think sometimes I give them for 20 days in a row.
So I notice your father. He just eyeballs it. Everything is just a rough eyeball. It's a feeling. It's like cooking.
Yeah, it's just we have this.
It's not an exact measurement. It's a feeling.
No, because
Get it on the feed. There you go.
it's nothing going to help to happen.
So that's pretty much. And I know you like to use yellow drops.
Yes,
Yellow drops is
the
something.
yellow drops. To finish, my thought about this one, especially about the tutti frutti, the green stuff, the green juice,
Mhm.
garlic, onions, and snap. When we use this all year, 2 times a week, and 1 week before, in the preparation before the season, and 1 week after the season, we normally never have problems with cancer,
Canker, yeah.
with worms, all other parasites. We never have problem. We go to the vet for the control. We go to Belgium for the year. But normally we never have problem with this, and we don't use
You're not pumping them full of medications.
medication to avoid this. No, we are, instead of that, we are doing these stuff like natural, and we are very happy about this, and the pigeons are healthy, and we don't have problems with all diseases, guys.
It's okay. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then we'll then we'll wrap up for you guys. Guys, this is the team here. This is the
5
team.
minutes, okay? Okay, 5 minutes.
Don't worry.
Okay, then
You guys have seen everything here. What more can we say? It's Mirko and Darko Milovic, the long distance superstars. More feed, more mix.
we have the third one.
What's the third one?
The third one is also handmade.
Handmade again.
Yeah, this one my father will show you the oil.
So this is an oil.
This is an oil my father mixed himself. You see, this is a bottle of Naturalin.
Okay, yeah.
But my father put some oil in.
What kind of oil?
Mostly, the most of the composure is it's linseed oil.
Linseed oil.
Linseed oil, and then he put some also maize oil inside. Peanuts oil, and we call it walnut.
Walnuts.
Nuts. It's like
Walnuts. Walnut oil.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very fatty oil.
Yeah, and he also put some herbs inside.
Okay.
What herb? Koje drabjeljke stavljaš unutra?
Thymian,
Thyme,
Thyme,
rosemary.
rosemary.
rosemary, and
Yeah.
no oregano inside.
Oregano.
Oregano.
Don't worry. Okay, so this is a very fatty mix. Now, when you're going to those Barcelona races or the international races,
Yeah.
is that the oil you're putting on the seed?
Yes, and we use also this one I buy from IED. We use
Okay.
the omega IED omega oil.
All right.
As well. Yeah.
All right. So a lot of the pigeons are receiving a lot of natural stuff.
We try to do this. We try to keep it simple and keep it natural as much as we can. And I think our pigeons are healthy, and we don't use bunch of other stuff like all other people I see and I know they are using other products. Like we try to keep it simple and natural as we can.
Before I wrap this up, because I know you've given a hell of a lot here, an hour and 5 minutes in, you're putting on a show. Well, your pigeons work hard, so you're gonna have to work hard too.
That's the story.
Just a question: How did your father get into pigeons? What's the story here? Normally, I say what's the story at the beginning, but we kind of just have to get into it because we did it in a reverse order. But guys, if you stayed on this long, you probably want to know how these these two guys got into it. How did it happen for your father?
Kako si počeo da se baviš golubom? Pa reci.
Prvi put sam imao goluba kad sam imao 4 godine u Rusi.
First time he handled a pigeon when he was 4 years old.
4 years old.
4 years old.
I od tada
And from there he got some feeling, and
miris goluba.
and the smell of the pigeon, and he was just like
Gotta have it.
yeah,
Gotta have it.
from that time.
And he grows up having pigeons as a little boy.
As a little boy, no, because his uncle had some pigeons, and that's why he was handling pigeons as 4-year-old guy. And when he was a teenager, he built a loft by himself, and he started with the pigeons and
With tipplers.
yes, with tipplers first, and in the 80s. It's a long time ago now, but in the 80s. But from the beginning of the 90s, he started to have racing pigeons and to race, the
6 godina sam takmičio u Srbiji.
the racing pigeons.
And roughly about 25 years ago, you guys moved
from Serbia. We are originally coming from Serbia, former Yugoslavia, and my father was racing pigeon there as well, and became also a big champion. I was as a 7-year-old boy, just like my sons now. They are 8 now. Also involved already with the pigeon sport there.
Mm-hmm.
I had the opportunity to clock at that time with the benzene the first national from 720 kilometers there. A 7-year-old boy, I was waiting the pigeons alone in the loft of my father at that time. So I was also after this one and after that achievement there, I was also like 100% sure I'm the same like my father, and I will go the same way and become the pigeon man.
You guys moved
Then we
here.
moved here, and then it was like 25 years ago, and we started the pigeons. My father wanted to move here. One of the reasons was because of Belgium is
The Mecca, the pigeon Mecca.
pigeon Mecca, and my father wanted to come here and to settle down, and after to start racing the pigeons here in the strongest competition, in the strongest, the biggest pigeon country, and we started at the beginning racing the middle and the short distances, and after some 8-9 years of doing this, we stopped racing the short and the middle, and we started the marathon races.
And it just goes up and up from there. Really goes up.
There, after we met our best pigeon friends, Albert and Michelle Willems, they helped us with the pigeons. They helped us with the lofts and the system. It was like now when I look back, it was like very nice story and successful story.
Yeah, and you guys see
In the last years, it's like
very nice.
very nice.
It all worked. It all worked out in the end, and the results are fantastic. You see the wall behind, guys. These are superstar pigeons behind you. These pigeons, you see the national Perpignan there.
Yeah,
You guys are a hell of a family. I will say this.
thank
The
you.
story is great. One thing I will say, guys, they leave no stone unturned. They don't give a shit. They will show you everything. And if Thomas Zimmerman is watching this video, I say to Thomas Zimmerman, I would give these guys a brand new top of the line Benzin clock. The reason being is when he was 7 years old, he remembers the clock he was using when he was
the with 24 holes inside.
Yeah.
It's the wooden one, you know, the benzing.
I've never done this before, but if Thomas Zimmerman is watching, send these guys a clock. They deserve it, and give it to their sons. I want to say, I want you to thank you for allowing us to come in to your home and videotape and be a part of this.
No problem.
One shot, one time. You see how good you did it. We don't take after take. It was great. Your father did tremendous here today.
Okay. Yes, my father want to try one more to show one more thing.
Okay. One more thing.
One more thing. You mentioned the yellow drops.
Okay.
We use this one also in the season to avoid cancer. We give this 1 times a week
Under the feed.
Under the feed. My father make these drops by himself, of course.
His own yellow drops, making them.
Making them.
Yeah, some special.
We're not going to ask you for that recipe because we could sell that for a lot of money. You stir it up, you mix it up, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Nothing else goes on the feed.
Nothing else, of course. With this one, nothing else. That's it.
That's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Hey, I want to wish you good luck this coming year in Barcelona.
Thank you.
If I am here,
I hope you will.
I'm going to come
us here because it's a special one for us, and on this day, it's like we really big happening for us, and we have many people here also on our barbecue, and it's great if you can be with us as well.
Well, I've never watched a Barcelona, and I think maybe this will be the place to come because you got to come where they
You have the invitation.
I have the invitation, and I think I'm always good luck where I go. So I hope you get the win.
I hope
and
this.
And
That's
here's
why the invitation.
and hold on though, you never sell. This is another thing for people watching. You never sell the superstars.
No, never, never. We try to keep them, of course, and try to increase the quality with them in our breeding. So this is our way, and I think because the first star pigeon in 2017, and now it's it's like 8 years ago, was also we had also opportunity to sell her. It's the mealy one. We didn't do this, and thanks to this one, we have achieved even better results in the years after with descendants of her. So now, for example, this year, this is our Barcelona team, the 7 pigeons. The first one, the blue one, she won the 38 national. She's a granddaughter of the mealy one.
Okay.
Just for example.
It's all a family, guys. They're all horsepower pigeons. These pigeons can stay on the wing for hours. They can wake up early, and guess what? They work right through to the dark. You've had night flyers before.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you a question because I know you've got up there. You got a picture,
Yeah,
and that's
that's a special one. The upper one, it's the
yeah,
first time we visited our friends Albert and Michelle Willems.
yeah.
And the one under is the first time they visited us at our place. And these two moments were captured on a photo, and we put this
But
here.
and guys, this is the
Because very important for us.
this is the type. These are important things on that wall. And yes, there's trophies, and yes, there's a picture of you guys. But you didn't forget what was your help. You didn't forget that.
This one,
It's like a focal point.
yes, in the middle, it's like the most important moment, and also it's the beginning of our marathon era, and thanks for that, and we are very thankful, and
I totally get it because I can see from the picture. This is true class, guys. They don't have pictures. They have pictures of what matters here,
Yeah.
as the pigeons do, as the friendship does,
the friendship, yeah.
everything. And before we wrap up, your father was quick to grab a silver.
Yeah,
Mealy.
Mealy, this is the base breeder. It's from 2006.
Okay.
The oldest guy in house. And this one we get for free as already proven breeder from Berke and Albert Willems.
Okay.
I think now he's the father of the Mealy hen I mentioned just before a few moments.
Okay.
And of many, he became the most important pigeon in our loft. And this one we get just for free. He was already a proven breeder. He became even more important at our loft, and we are very thankful that not only we got this one from them, but many other pigeons. That's why they are here standing central
In the wall.
In the wall, yeah.
Hey,
He's coming from them directly.
guys, this is a guy. He gives credit. He's not afraid to hide. Your father did a great job raising you. He made you one hell of a damn good pigeon man, and I know you're gonna do that for your sons.
I hope so.
Again, a big thanks. Good luck
For
this.
you too as well.
Yeah, but a great interview. Thanks for not leaving anything out. And guys, if you do have questions for Darko, what's the best way for people to reach you?
They can reach me using by email, for example, or they can visit our Facebook page. It's like Milovic Pigeons. You can find us on Facebook. I think that's the easiest way to reach us and to ask some questions, whatever you like.
And one more question I just came to my mind. People are going to say, well, do your pigeons win for other people? Do you have pigeons in different countries winning?
Yes. Too important. We have, for example, there, another one. Petar Adolovic is our good friend in Croatia. He's also winning with our pigeons directly from here.
Croatia.
And in Serbia, back in Serbia, that's my godfather there, the best friend of my father. He became national champion in Serbia on the marathon, also with our pigeons. We have winning pigeons from us all over in Europe, actually. The last few years, people buy pigeons from us. They were very happy. So we have now our pigeons flying on different one-off races as well, and also with success. A few years ago, there was a 100% pigeon of us in Slovenia, like
Slovenia.
AV Rings,
Yep.
one Loft. Also, I think he became the second ace pigeon or something. It was a few years ago, so I forgot exactly. So also on the one love races, also on the marathon races, we have in Romania people with our pigeons becoming a champions. We have one in England. He won the 4th national from Paul. 50% from our pigeons. In Poland, we have in Turkey also national champions with our pigeons.
So basically, the Milovic pigeons, the sky has no limit. The distance is not too far. It doesn't matter if it's one loft racing. It doesn't matter where they go. They ground it, they pound it, they get it finished.
Yeah.
Guys, this has been one of my favorite interviews. This is the whole team. I mean, this team in a few more years are going to be very deadly because it's 4 of you. 4 of you going to battle.
Yeah, 4 of us and my mother as well. She's helping, so it's 5 of us.
Yeah, 5 strong because your mother goes to the club, helps,
Yeah,
and she puts on a great spread. Guys,
that's important too.
I am going to quickly rotate this camera and say this to myself. I am super lucky. You guys are even luckier. Now I get to have some salad dressing, some great food. If you guys like this loft tour, you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Distance, you see it? You might want to try it. I don't think you're disappointed. These birds are that great. I'm Ryan, Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. You just seen the best of the best in the Super Marathon. Thanks for flying with me, guys. Bye for now. Hey guys, Ryan, Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. We hope you enjoyed that amazing loft tour. Please, reminder to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Until the next loft tour, thanks for flying with me. Bye for now.